In this video, I'm going to share 3 simple practices that will bring your right and left hemisphere of the brain into balance. This will help to relay the information to your body from your brain, where all the cells will start to respond and the systems of the body will also respond. So we ideally want the right and left hemisphere of the brain to come into that state of balance so that there is open communication between the two and the signals being sent out are received, and then the systems of the body will respond accordingly with what is required in that moment. So when we look at the different sides, we have our right side of our brain is the creative processes. The left side of the brain is our logical mind. And when we take our brain and we move into the energetics of the body, there is a crisscross that happens where we have the right side, which is the creative processes, and it represents that feminine aspect in the brain. The left side is the logical masculine aspect of the brain. And when it moves into our energetics and there's this crisscross that occurs, energetically, we have our feminine, which is the left side of the body, which receives through our energy field. And the right side is the masculine, which gives. It's the active principle, and that's the energetics. So we talk about our energy field being 9 feet in every direction when we're healthy. It expands even beyond this when we start to work with our radiant body. And so we have these aspects where internally we have our brain working and functioning together and impacting the energetics of our energy field, of our aura, right? So when we work with both sides of the body and bring them together, it creates a state of balance, a state of coherence. It starts to link and connect the signals. So it's like sending out a signal and then having the receiver actually receive it, hear it, and answer the call, right? So that's actually if you can think about that happening between the cells within the body and then within the brain through the network firing, the neural networks, right? So all of this starts to come into a more balanced state of response and action from the response of the signals being sent. So we have 3 practices, very simple, and they all utilize both sides of the body coming together to bring that crisscross state of energetics and brain chemistry together. So the first one is we bring our hands together at the fingertips, including the thumbs, and we simply circle the fingers. So we're just creating this circular motion. So this can obviously be done anywhere. If I'm sitting my hands in my lap right now, I'm still doing it as I'm speaking to you and you can't see it. So if you work at a desk, you could do this and no one would know, right? So then you can also bring it up here. Sometimes doing it up at the heart center, it feels a little bit different as well. So you can just play with it and try it in different areas. So either up here or resting down into your lap. And just allow your breath to be natural. Make sure you're not holding your breath through these practices. And it really does not have to be done this long. So now you've had the feeling of what it feels like. So you can come back to it a few times throughout your day whenever you feel like you need that mental clarity and that openness in the brain to receive information maybe coming in from the outside. Say you work at an office or you're a receptionist and you're answering phones and you're writing down appointments and that mental clarity isn't there and you're listening to like information that's coming in and you need that alertness so that you can keep functioning into the job that you're doing. This can be really helpful to simply bring the fingers together and do this. Now the second one, we have the fingers together and we simply tap. So again, the breath is natural. And you can see how there, if you're watching me, that sometimes I'm missing my fingers. So closing the eyes and really focusing inward on the feeling can be helpful as well to activate the brain. So allow yourself to close your eyes and try this now and let your breath be natural. Relax into your breath. At the end of your next exhale, gently release your hands and open your eyes. Okay, so again, even with this one, you can do it lower down. I do find that everything that I do in front of the heart center also creates this activation at the heart center. And when we are working with the brain, it's really powerful when we bring that brain and heart into a more coherent state as well, because the heart allows us to be receptive, to be open, to be in that relaxed state. When our heart is open, we are calm, right? So this is really helpful. If you can do both of these practices at the heart center, slightly in front, like away from the body, right? This is really powerful and it's very simple to do. Now the third one, we've done many times before if you've been on my videos, is we bring the hands together in prayer and we place the thumb tips into the sternum at the chest bone, right at the center of the chest. And I invite you to close your eyes. Create a very gentle pressure between your right hand and your left hand. Relax into your breath. Now, the arms are also an extension of the heart. So when we work at the heart center and bring the hands together, we create that activation within. And when we draw the thumbs into the center of the sternum, it also stimulates the vagus nerve. And the vagus nerve is responsible for bringing us into that state of parasympathetic nervous system response in the body, the rest, digest, relaxation state. So this very simple technique can bring us out of the fight or flight, freeze mode that we get into when we are consistently doing and hustling and going without rest. And we can simply pause for a few moments, a few minutes in this posture and breathe gently, slowing everything down to calm our bodies and clear our minds. Inhale, exhale. Slowly release your palms into your lap and then open your eyes. So thank you for joining me for these 3 practices. If you try them out and if they help, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. And I will be back here with more content tomorrow. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel and I will see you very soon.